Good evening. I'm Shika, and this is Chale News, August 26th. Tonight, President Mahama has had one of the busiest signing days in recent memory, 10 bills at once, plus a controversial tribunal law over serious objections. The World Bank dropped some hard truths about Ghana's economy. And we've lost Maame Gyata. Stay with me. 10 bills, one ceremony. Today, President Mahama signed a sweeping batch of legislation covering Ghana's tax framework, COCOBOD's enabling law, and energy sector levies all in one go. No implementation dates have been announced yet, so we're watching for what kicks in when. Full breakdown on chale.news. And one of those moments deserves its own breath, the Tribunals Bill. Mahama signed it despite a rare cross-party appeal from Dr. Bawumia himself and a minority walkout in Parliament. The law brings back regional and district tribunals for the first time in decades. When both sides of the aisle are uncomfortable, that's worth paying attention to. The AKSA bribery probe is getting wider. The OSP has now named 5 persons of interest, adding a former technical advisor, a deputy director, and 2 TriCop Group employees to the list, alongside ex-Power Minister Kwabena Donkor. No charges yet. Special Prosecutor Kisi Agibeng says the investigation is ongoing. Another reshuffle. Labor Minister Dr. Abdul Rashid Pelpuo is moving to the presidency. Emmanuel Ajekam steps into labor, and Ernest Brogia Genfi gets reassigned as special advisor. Official announcement still pending. Now, the numbers that should make every policymaker uncomfortable. The World Bank revealed today that 56.4% of Ghanaians are still living in poverty, more than half the country. And here's the part that stings. The economy is growing, but that growth isn't reaching most households. Regional inequality is getting worse. No government policy response has been announced. Let that sink in. The World Bank had more to say at that same forum. Ghana's fiscal surplus, built partly by slashing infrastructure spending 38% below budget. Division Director Robert Taliercio's word, not sustainable. The government has not responded. Civil society group Africa Policy Lens is now demanding a forensic audit of GoldBod after the IMF formally linked most of a $1.7 billion loss to Ghana's gold purchasing program. No minister, no GoldBod official has said a word. That silence is its own kind of answer. Ghana's rice farmers are in crisis. Harvests are rotting in the fields literally because there are no buyers. Some farmers can't even afford to transport their crops. The Peasant Farmers Association is demanding emergency relief and a major NAFCO budget increase. Still no government response. This one is heartbreaking. Mercy Yaba Berdu left Ghana on Monday to begin a master's degree in China. By Wednesday, she was gone. She collapsed at the airport on arrival. She was 2 days from home. No cause of death has been confirmed. Our thoughts are with her family tonight. The U.S. has suspended all immigrant visa interviews at embassies worldwide, Accra included. No rescheduling date. Ghanaians who already had appointments got cancellation emails and are now in limbo. This is the latest Trump-era immigration move with real consequences for people here. Ghana ranks first in the world for child physical punishment. 94% of children aged 1 to 14 experience violence from the people meant to protect them. A recent case, a 2-year-old abused by her stepmother. A 4-month sentence that followed shows exactly how the law is failing these kids. Full analysis at chale.news. Chale, remember Powder Man? The white powder celebrations, the World Cup energy? Kailani Ibrahim Kepa has been arrested in East Legon over an alleged visa fraud scheme, accused of collecting thousands of dollars from people he promised to take to Canada, the U.S., and Nicaragua. He appeared before the Accra Circuit Court today. Mohammed Kudus is almost back. Spurs coach Roberto De Zerbi says he's nearly ready to return months after injury and surgery that cost him the World Cup. The transfer window closes next week, and Atletico Madrid are reportedly watching with a €60 million offer. Timing is everything. The Black Princesses beat Polish club Śląska Wrocław 4-0 in World Cup prep, but 7 key players, including captain Linda Owusu-Ansah, may miss the tournament through injury. Their opener against Ecuador is September 6th. We're hoping for good news before then. We end tonight with a loss. Grace Nortey Maame Gyata has died at 89. From Osifo Dadzi to Obra to Beasts of No Nation on Netflix, she gave Ghana decades of herself. A giant. Rest well, Maame Gyata. That's your August 26th evening digest from Shika. Everything we covered tonight and more is waiting for you at chale.news. Take care of yourselves.